Hi everyone, I'm Peter, and today I'm going to talk about our polypropylene tank alarms. We have them in other materials, mostly stainless steel and PVDF, but today we're going to be talking about the polypropylene version. So this one is an example. This is the 10-inch model. They come in all different lengths, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and custom lengths beyond that. But anyway, basically pretty simple operation. It's a float switch inside of here. And this guard is something we developed for our drum alarms, where basically the level alarms are being stabbed through a small hole in the drum, and they get damaged if this guard is a must, otherwise the float will be damaged. And what we discovered is that it's useful for all applications. It protects the float from shipping, through installation, even prevents things from getting dropped. Prevents things from getting wrapped around the float, like floating strings or whatever. The float guard is just a really good idea. Anyway, the float switch will rise. I'm going to actually snap on this optional volume muffler because it's a very loud alarm, so to save my hearing. And it's adjustable like this. Basically, you open the slots and it allows more volume. Switch rises like this. We're going to get an alarm. Pressing the button silences the alarm for, in the default mode, 30 minutes. You can, there's some switches inside that you can change that if you want it to, if it's for a tank filling application where a truck might fill up a bulk tank and then drive away. They don't want this going all the time. They just want to kill the whole thing and so it's ready for the next time. So the buzzer will keep coming back every 30 minutes until the alarm condition is corrected. So like that. The float switch drops and now it's reset for the next time, which is so much better than having a toggle switch. I see other alarms that have a toggle switch, and of course the operator has to remember to reset the toggle switch, and over time somebody's going to forget and you're not going to have an alarm for the next time. Also notice that there's a bit of a slosh delay too, which helps in turbulent situations. So let's say the turbulence is bouncing this float up and down. There's not going to be any alarm until it stays in the high position. That's a lot of turbulence, and it has to stay in the high position for 2 seconds or so. This is set for high level. To reverse it to low level, it's very easy. It's simply reversing it like so, putting the clip back on, and now it's a low level alarm. So this is the mounting we use. It's a 1-inch NPT thread here, and it simply adjusts like so. And there's a compression gland inside. Let's see if we can get a look at that. So there's a compression fitting, and it's adjusts by hand like that. It's not the easiest thing to adjust because it's meant to be waterproof and kind of a permanent installation. We do have another option though. If it's necessary to adjust the position easily and frequently, then you simply, we have this one here, which is a lot easier to adjust. And that locks it in position. There's some other options too. This is instead of our standard float guard, this would be a screen float guard, which is thermally bonded here, and it keeps out insects, for example, or debris. It just guards the float in every direction. And all of our units come with a mounting bushing, so that just slips over like that to bring it from 1-inch NPT to 2 inches NPT. This is the battery that's installed inside. I'm going to, actually let's shut that off. Take a look inside of this unit here. This is the installation of a battery. So installing the battery is just snapping this in place like so. Okay. And now this one's ready to go as well. And this is a test button on the side, by the way. So we'll just put the battery, tuck the battery inside like that. And this gasket, this is a solid, it's worth mentioning too, this is a solid elastomer gasket. It's not a foamed gasket. This is IP67 ingress protection. And this is solid PVC. It's not going to be compromised by pretty much anything. And this simply screws on like so. And now that one's ready to use. Just a word about that battery. You saw that was a lithium battery. That's not your average hardware store battery. It's well, actually it can be found in hardware stores now, but it's not an alkaline battery. It's a lithium battery, much better, 5 times the service life of an alkaline battery, which is I think 5 times the service life of the old dry cells. So that's the battery you want, and with that battery, these things should last for many years. Of course, it all depends on the alarm duty. If the idle current for those batteries is very low, it'll last easily 10 years. Just if it's not called to alarm, it's the alarming that depletes the battery at a rate of about 25 milliamps. Typically, you expect to get many years out of them, 3-5 years in typical use. When the battery does run low, there's a low battery alert. So that's right here. Every low battery alert beeps every 30 seconds, which is so much better than a smoke detector, which beeps, it chirps once per minute. That's not enough to get people's attention. This will, 5 seconds every 30 seconds is perfect, and we've seen that that's enough to alert people to the low battery situation. And so that's an overview of our tank level alarms.